that work social media in a really wonderful and terrific way. When I mean, just these little moments, storytelling on the way, and then while he's back at at his home site, and then while he's coming here, he has a slew of these stories on his way here, and then he lands here, and then he tells you where he is. And one of the favorite things that he was like, "I'm in Davenport, Iowa," and I grew up in Iowa, but my grandmother lived in Davenport. I spent so much time there. I'm like, Dave Arcadi's in Davenport. Like this is awesome and so odd, and he keeps you abreast, and it's really one of the most positive ways to use these platforms. So. You could definitely bug him or Margaret about joining those platforms, and you will have a good time seeing the journeys. And he's one of the hardest workers in the music industry that I know.
He sometimes talks shite, though.
He does talk a lot of shit, but what's wonderful about that is that it just relieves you for a moment, because it's like, if someone's really telling some good shite, and I needed to hear that.
Escape into my world of whiskey.
Exactly. I hope you brought some of that. Usually at the end of his tour, he's like, "No, it's all gone." He's sponsored by, what was it?
Glengoyne.
Yeah.
I've saved a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
And then I bring bagels in the morning.
Hell yeah.
Yes, exactly. So you can talk to him about that. But anyway, folks, here you go. Dave, I love you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, man. It's lovely to be here. There's tons of room down the front. Don't feel you have to stay a safe distance. I'm on my best behaviour.
Dreamt I was 100, that was only 95. Was on the way to London town, was a long, long drive. Thought I saw my daddy, he was standing by the road. It must have been a dream, died years ago. Come on. Next to was my mama, she was sitting next to me. She wasn't there for long, but before she too was gone. Come on! Next part of the journey, as it was the chosen ones. Many more that came, faithful than you. Come on! Woken, I was startled. I was surprised to be alive. Seeing the dead's a bad sign. I get on my drive. Come on! And there were the stories that I remember from before, on the lips of old folks. Never saw no more. One more! Come on!
Thank you. Cheers. It's fucking lovely to be back. Even nicer to be allowed back.
Don't say I'm a bad guy, always dressed in black. Don't think you should judge me with a cotton on my back. Oh, I might be a little messy, but God told me you're right. Chicken funk devil, I won't go down. vodka, but that don't make it right. Drink for the devil, I won't go down and fight. Hello! Get your old ideas, just give it a chance. I see something different if you take another glance, cause I might be a little mess, but that don't make it right. Drinking for the devil, I won't go without a fight. Hello! All you jaded losers, take another look. Might see something different if you open up that book. Some might be a little fucked, but that don't make it right. Drinking for the devil, I won't go without a fight. Drinking for the devil, I won't go without a fight. Take me for the devil, I won't go without a fight.
Thank you. They're very, very kind. Oh, there's Mickey on the phone. Hello.
There's my youngest stepson on the phone.
Yeah.
Technology's amazing. It's like he's right here with us.
Fucking awesome.
Thanks, Mikey. This is called One Side Blind. Well, I don't believe what you say. I don't believe what you say. If you ever felt the pain, you know what I mean. Don't criticize me. Have you ever stood in the blood? Have you ever stood in the blood of someone you love? Never ever hurt. Don't criticize me.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Well, sometimes you don't know it all. Sometimes you don't know it all. What some folks been through, what they had to do. Don't criticize me. Oh, and I hope you stand the test of time. Well, I hope you stand the test of time. And you don't have to see the same things as me. Don't criticize me.
Come on, guitar. Oh, yeah, come on.
Well, don't criticize me. Criticize me. If you ever felt the pain, you know what I mean. Don't criticize me.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, you're very kind. I have to say there's a big crowd up there and not so many down here. I want to see the whites of your eyes.
You might not want to see the whites of mine, though. So it's fair enough. Anyway, let's try the banjo.
This banjo has been living in my cousin's basement in New York for 2 years. With a fair crop of mushrooms growing on it when I dug it out.
They might be good mushrooms though.
Well, still trying to come down from that one.
You never know. You gotta give them a try.
The only thing was they didn't turn blue when I picked them. Anyway, last time I was here I was trying to write some new stuff for a new album, and it was a little bit slow. Not exactly prolific when it comes to songwriting. Anyway, I went online when I got home to get some advice on how to beat writer's block.
And all the advice said if you're a musician on the road, don't write songs about being on the road. I wrote 2 of them.
This was one of them. It documents the very first time we came to the USA back in 2013 and all the places we went. It's called Good Moonshine. I went to America for 6 weeks back in June. From the village to Philadelphia, well, we stayed in good friends' rooms. And southern Tennessee, back up north in time, we made friends along the way. Come on! Thanks very much. I was going to chicken out of bringing the banjo in, but Margaret persuaded me because my last single, which came out a few months ago, just happens to be a banjo tune. And there's a story of our local distillery that Jason kind of mentioned earlier on. It's 6 miles from our house on the east side of Loch Lomond. It's called Glengoyne, and they make a rather nice single malt. And they also help us out quite a lot, and I try and help them out a little bit by drinking the fucking whiskey. Anyway, I wrote a song. It's the distillery was started in 1833. So I wrote this song as a wee kind of way of documenting the way they do things there. Like the wild goose flying pioneers on the whiskey trail. Well, taking all the color from time and wood alone, secrets of the glen, they're never far from home, riding at the front on the whiskey trail. Well, I got whiskey on my mind, and the deal that I have signed. Well, I got whiskey on my mind, keeps me to the ties that bind. Well, care and independence in good company, doing it this way since 1833, staying ahead on the whiskey trail. Well, staying ahead on the whiskey trail. When the sun goes down, that's when I start to dream about the things we did. We were just 16. I remember very well all the parties every night, smoke and drink and talk till the morning light. We didn't have a care. Well, nothing could go wrong. Caution to the wind, we were young and strong. At the time, I never knew how well things were different then. Oh, even if we'd make through thick and thin, but we know a lot more now than we did way back then. Wouldn't change a thing, do it all again. Not many people know how well the things that we've been through. We went our separate ways like we had to do. But now that time has passed, well, we all meet again. Not much seems to change, and we're still friends. Thank you.
You're very kind. Oh, thank you. What's happening next? Back to the shiny guitar.
I told you a couple of minutes ago about the advice that said don't write songs about being on the road. This is the second of the songs that I wrote about being on the road.
On the wine there.
But in actual fact, this song is not so much about being on the road, it's almost, well, it is about being on the road, but it's about looking forward to getting home. And I guess although we're having an absolutely fucking lovely time on this tour, I met lots of great people and there's still a couple of gigs to look forward to. I'm kind of looking forward next week to getting home, chilling out for a couple of days before we hit the road in the UK.
So this is the other song.
As I say, it's about being a little bit homesick for a place. We don't have any raccoons, but we do have pine martens. If you don't know what a pine marten is and you want to know what a pine marten is, come and see me at the merch table at the break. Or later on, I'll reveal all. Sorry, it's quite safe. This is called Travelling Man. Around the world, just me and my girl. Got some hope and I know I will. Might be tough, can't be good. It might be hard, it's the only way. Been on the road since I was 17. Been in places that I never have seen. Gone the distance, felt the pain. Done it before and I'll do it again. I was born to be a traveling man. Left the city for the country, little place that does for me. In the shadow of the fault line hill, birds sing and the air is still. Oh, it's the center of my universe. I wonder if I'm still alone. Feels good to be in the town. Thinking about the time I'll spend back in the country with my friend. I love the life. I'm a traveling man. Oh, I love the life. I'm a traveling man. I love the life of a traveling. Cheers. I got some weird beer here from a place called Founders in Grand Rapids who hosted a show the other night. They were very good to us, sent us away with some beer and everything. My favourite of which is called Backwoods Bastard. And it's like beer flavoured wine.
Sounds good to me.
I finished it all the other day, so
He's drunk at all.
we'll get some kind of like rather mellower stuff. It's still very nice though. If you get a chance to go to Founders Brewing Company.
Well worth a visit.
Anyway, back on point. We have a big media company in the UK called the BBC. Stands for British Broadcasting Corporation. I prefer to know them as something else. I don't go well with corporates. Anyway, 11 years ago, it was 300 years since the Act of Union between Scotland and England. And our national poet, Rabbie Burns, who populated the earth in the 18th century, and he wrote a poem, his observations on the Act of Union, and he wrote a poem called Parcel of Rogues. And I have to explain and be a little bit careful, not so much here in the USA. But when I sing this song in the UK, especially in England, I've got to point out that the rogues are not the English. Now you might think they should be, well they are, you know, but in the context of the poem actually, the Parcel of Rogues are the Scottish gentry who sold out for gold. Traitors. Nobody likes them. Anyway, the BBC in Scotland asked if I would take this poem, turn it into a song for a documentary they were making, and this is what came out the other end. I'll tell you all about that later too. It's not enough time to tell you the stories. Farewell to Scottish, farewell our ancient glory. Farewell to the Scottish name, say fame and martial stroke. Now Sar grins over Solway sands, sweet grins to the ocean. stands such a parcel of roads in a nation. What force or guile could not subdue through many warlike ages is wrought now by a coward few for hire and traitors' wages. Now English steel he could display, secure in valor's station. But English gold has been our bane, such a parcel of roads in the nation. Guitar! My old grey heat has lain in clay with Bruce and Royal Wall. Rapid and power till my last hour. I'll make this declaration. We're born and soul for English gold, such a parcel of roads in the nation. Such a parcel of roads in the nation. In a nation.
Yeah.
Thank you. Here's a song about whiskey. Say hello to trouble, don't mind if I do. Doesn't really worry me, it's all I ever knew. Whiskey and my blood and smoky taste of liquor, sweet smell of a grain. Sometimes it get hard for me even to recall my name. Whiskey in my blood and whiskey in my veins. In the very hard day, it comes to me my pain. Well, drinking with the devil, hearing by his hell. I'll be going away from here with lots of tales to tell. Whiskey in my blood and whiskey in my veins. And of every hard day used to be my favorite. Was it playing the devil's moonshine? You didn't feel it burn all the way to hell and back and forth if you return. Whiskey in my blood and whiskey in my veins. The end of every hard day helps to ease my pain. Whiskey in my blood and whiskey in my veins. The end of every hard day helps to ease my pain. Whiskey in my blood and whiskey in my veins. The end of every hard day helps to ease my pain. Hey!
Yeah, Dave.
I'm thankful for that fan above my head, man.
I could put it on double time for you.
This is like being on tropics on holiday. In Glasgow we don't have much snow at this time of year, but it's fucking cold.
And it kind of gets wet. Very wet. Let's see what happens with this. And to play a couple of mellow ones to get myself back. Well, if you were here last time, you'll know that I don't really play that many cover versions, but sometimes it's nice to chuck some stuff in the set. And And I got this one off Mr. Lightning Hopkins. Oh, trouble in mind, oh, and blue. But I won't be blue always. While that sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. I'm going down to the river. I'm gonna take me a rocking chair. And if the blues don't leave me, I'll rock away from here. Trouble in mind, oh, and blue. My poor heart is healing slow. I never seen so much joy in my life before. I'm gonna lay my head down on that lonesome railroad line. Get that big 1800, ease my troubled mind. Thank you. Well, since we were last here, we've got a new album. It's a double live album. Unfortunately, the double heavy coloured vinyl sold out a couple of nights ago, but we still have, and I know it's a dirty word, but we do have some CDs of the same album. Over there. Anyway, I had, when I was making up the set list for the album, what we're going to record, I think I ended up recording 36 songs for the album, and 26 ended up in the vinyl and 24 on the CD. So I had to go through like 6 albums worth of stuff to decide what was going on there. So I had to dig out some stuff that I hadn't played for a while, and I found this one on my second album. So there's a beard here stuck on here. It's been tickling my nose for the last... At least I hope it's a beard here. It's the right colour. This was called No Easy Way. It's on that second album, and it's also, as are most of the tunes tonight, on the live album. Some people they get around, others never get off the ground. So friends, won't you listen to me? I got a tale that'll let you see. Made a difference to a friend of mine. Got himself sorted for the end of the line. Come on. Out at heart, concentrate. Get it together before it's too late. So we picked up a pen, made a plan, something simple, not too grand. Or he knew that he was on the road, got himself with a heavy Spent too long going through the list. Sometimes I might get it wrong. Better than spending far too long thinking about things, messing around. Missing the bus that'll take me to town. Missing the bus that'll take me to town. Missing the bus that'll take me to town. Thanks very much. I'm going to play a few songs on the black guitar. I know, well, we do this to confuse sound engineers because the black guitar is really, that, no, confuses me, that one. The thing is that this one's black as well, so
So amazing. What is it?
What is that guitar?
this guitar is a National Resoelectric Junior.